Commencement. Please rise as you are able for the procession. And please welcome the class of 2026. welcome the distinguished faculty of Western New England University. Now entering the arena in the right column, members of the President's Cabinet. In the left column, please welcome members of our esteemed Board of Trustees. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the platform party for today's commencement exercise. Leading the way is our Grand Marshal, Professor Ann Kazanis. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Michael B. Alexander, Interim President of Western New England University, and incoming President, Dr. Joseph C. Hartman.
Good morning. Please remain standing as you are able as we welcome vocalist Vanessa Ford to lead us in the singing of our national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. My name is Dr. Lisa Solovsky, and I'm the interim provost. Before we begin our proceedings, I ask that we give another big round of applause for today's musicians. To give everyone the opportunity to follow our proceedings, kindly silence your cell phones or other electronic devices and remain in your seats throughout the program. I also ask that you cooperate with our staff located in the aisles. They're all volunteers here to help you and ensure that this is a wonderful experience. Please locate the emergency exits around the arena and note where the closest exit is. I'm delighted to acknowledge a number of groups with us today who are very important to the success of our university. Would the members of the university's Board of Trustees, our faculty, staff, and administration please stand so that we may thank you for your many contributions. You may be seated. Would all graduating students please turn in your seats and join me in a hearty round of applause to thank your family and friends whose support and sacrifices have helped you to reach this very important day. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Western New England University Board of Trustees, Ms. Elena Gervino. With nearly 4 decades of experience spanning law, education, and corporate leadership, Elena M. Gervino, Senior Vice President at Travelers Insurance Company, brings a powerful combination of strategic insight, operational excellence, and deep commitment to community impact to her new role as the chair of the Western New England University Board of Trustees. a respected leader in the insurance industry, and a proud alumna of WNE School of Law, Trevino guides the university's continued growth and innovation at the intersection of business, technology, and social responsibility. A cum laude graduate of WNE School of Law, Trevino served as notes editor of the Law Review and was named Outstanding Woman Law Student of the Year. Her longtime support as a law school alumna earned her the Dean's Alumni Excellence Award in 2020. In 2025, she received the university's Benefactors Award in recognition of her enduring commitment to WNE and her exemplary record of leadership. Chair Trevino has remained deeply engaged with the WNE community as an alumna and trustee, helping guide the university's growth. Beyond campus, she is an active community leader who champions professional excellence, mentorship, and the role of higher education in strengthening the region. Please join me in welcoming Chair of the Western New England Board of Trustees, Elena Trevino.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud family and friends, and most importantly, the exceptional graduates of Western New England University. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I welcome all of you to these commencement exercises in the 108th year of this great institution. As chair of the Board of Trustees, I am deeply honored to stand before you today on this momentous occasion to celebrate not only the academic achievements of our graduates, but the indomitable spirit and unwavering commitment to excellence that define Western New England University community. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment to thank Interim President Michael Alexander for his leadership over the past year. During a period of transition, he provided steady guidance and a clear focus on the work ahead. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire Western New England University community, we are grateful for his dedication and service. I would also like to recognize Dr. Joseph C. Hartman, who joins us today and will assume the role of the 7th President of Western New England University on June 1st. Dr. Hartman comes to us from the University of Massachusetts Lowell, where he served as Provost and Vice Chancellor. He is an accomplished academic leader and an industrial and systems engineer by training, with a career that has spanned faculty, senior leadership roles at several institutions. He and his wife, Karen, have already spent meaningful time on our campus, meeting with members of the university community. Following a nationwide search that engaged faculty, staff, students, and trustees, the board unanimously supported his appointment. I am confident he will lead Western New England University with clarity and purpose in the years ahead. I have been part of the Golden Bear family for almost 40 years. I graduated from the law school in 1988, but my journey with Western New England began 3 years earlier in the spring of 1985, when I applied to the law school and was waitlisted. That may not be what you expected to hear from the chair of the Board of Trustees, but I share it for a reason. At the time, I had been accepted at 12 other law schools, so my issue wasn't getting into law school. My issue was getting into this law school. The moment I walked into the Blake Law Center, I knew this is where I belonged. So I did something very out of character for myself in those days. I called the admissions office, and I told them that although I had many other options, this is the school I truly wanted to attend. That phone call and their decision to finally admit me changed my life. The lesson I took from that moment, and the one I want to share with you today, is this. If you see an opportunity you believe in, one you are qualified for, but you feel overlooked, speak up. Advocate for yourself. Ask for it. Sometimes the most important door in your life opens because you had the courage to knock. But my story is just one of many. Each of you sitting before me today has your own unique journey, your own struggles and triumphs, your own dreams and aspirations. And yet we are all united by a common bond, the bond of being a member of the Western New England University family, a place that believed in you and helped you prepare for the future. So when the next door appears in your life, the opportunity you want, the path you believe in, the challenge that calls you, have the courage to knock. Congratulations, class of 2026. We are proud to welcome you to the Golden Bears alumni community.
Thank you, Chair Gervino. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the interim president of Western New England University, Michael B. Alexander.
Chair Gervino, Provost Solowski, incoming President Hartman, Mr. Walsh, Mr. Kaufman, trustees, faculty, students, distinguished guests, parents, families, friends, and graduates of the class of 2026. Let me be the first, I guess now it's the second or third, to congratulate you on a huge accomplishment. You've worked hard, persevered through problems, confronted challenges to your beliefs and assumptions, and adapted to new surroundings, people, and ideas. You celebrated with each other in times of elation and came to each other's aid in times of need. And you have come out the other end shining like a glorious spring day. You and your parents and families have a right to be proud. I want to thank you. By you, I mean all the members of the Western New England community for welcoming me in your community and allowing me to be one of your leaders this year. I deem it an immense honor and privilege to be in this position and to be able to speak to you today. I treasure in particular the opportunity to be part of a like-minded community that values peace over war, tolerance over discrimination, kindness over indifference, and that believes that the light of goodness exists in each person and should be nourished and nurtured. I'm impressed by the quality and dedication of the student leadership and the high degree of commitment in the student body to community service and social justice issues. I'm happy to report today that we will hand out 887 diplomas, 483 bachelor's degrees, 236 master's degrees, and 168 doctoral degrees. It is quite an achievement. My gratitude extends also to our Board of Trustees who have entrusted me with this responsibility. The trustees are volunteers who quietly, behind the scenes, support the college with their wisdom, expertise, time, and energy. As we work to secure the future of the university for the next 100 years, the support of our volunteer leaders will be more important than ever. To all of the college's constituents, faculty, staff, students, alumni, donors, trustees, friends, and neighbors, all of whom have made my job as interim president such a pleasure, let me once again say thank you. Thank you, yes. College is not an end to learning, nor is it a beginning. It is an acceleration. It is a time when you develop the skills to put the pedal to the metal, the knowledge to read the road maps, and the experience to avoid the potholes and speed through the curves, taking notice, of course, of the speed bumps. Now that you've gained the skills, knowledge, and experience, what do you do with them? How do you turn them into the economic engine to support you and your family? How do you use them to repair the damaged roadways of society? How do you become the driver of your own destiny? I suggest, with the framework that you've built for yourselves here at Western New England University, there are 4 attributes that will help you build your own high-performance vehicle to carry you forward to a productive future. They are hard work, perseverance, dedication to the truth, and kindness. For most people, the secret to success is no secret at all. It takes talent, training, and hard work. Very little that is good or valuable is ever achieved without hard work. Your first job out of college may not be your dream job. Yet if you work hard at it, if you continue to learn, you will build relationships, and it will eventually lead to something better. Hard work means more than showing up early and staying late. It means maintaining consistent concentration on the task at hand. It means avoiding distractions. A professor I know and admire called it being all in, giving your whole self to the project, the team, the objective. It is attacking the job, the game, or the problem with every fiber of your being. Alas, it sometimes seems like hard work is not enough. Hard work is necessary, but it may not be sufficient. One must also persevere. Those we call great geniuses and great entrepreneurs are mostly people who just wouldn't give up. When it seems like life is throwing up roadblocks, when no matter how hard you work, you're met with frustration, when you feel mired in the muck, that is when you must gather your resolve and keep plugging away. As Winston Churchill famously said, don't give up, don't ever give up. If you have a goal, an objective, a dream, or an idea, it is perseverance that will make it become a reality. Now, you can work hard and persevere, but if you do not dedicate yourself to the pursuit of what is true and reject what is false, you may easily find yourself traveling down a road to nowhere, or nowhere you want to be. The thing that ties together the disciplines that you have studied in college is that they each, in their own way, espouse methodologies that distinguish what is true from what is not. The use of the scientific method, the close explication of literary texts, and the techniques of legal analysis are all ways humans have devised to put bounds around our collective ignorance and squeeze it down so that the vast unknown shrinks and our beliefs expand to be nearer what is and farther away from what is not. Now, ferreting out the truth is not an easy endeavor, as I'm sure you've discovered. It's like trying to hold mercury in your hand or to hug a cloud. It requires objectivity, determination, critical thinking, skepticism, and openness to new ideas and paradigms. It requires you to question the source of the information you receive. It requires that you think for yourself and not slavishly accept what others tell you. If you do not dedicate yourself to the pursuit of truth, even while understanding how elusive truth is, you will not be honest with yourself. You will find your psychic road unpaved and rocky, and your journey lacking in satisfaction as you struggle to reach your destination. Do not compromise your talent. You have the mental capacity to make objective judgments based on facts. For your own good, accept nothing less than the truth. The fourth attribute I commend to you, and I would say the most important, is an insurance policy that covers the other three and helps you avoid detours from your destination. It is kindness. I'm not sure how it is possible to be a good person without being kind. Kindness costs nothing, and freely given it will be returned to you 100-fold. When you give something of value to another being, it reflects back on you. It leaves a mark, a scent which does not easily or quickly dissipate. If there's one thing I implore you to remember about today as you head on to graduate school or out into the professional world, it would be this: be kind. It costs nothing to be kind, yet it yields great dividends. So to the graduates of 2026, I say, as you go forth on the highway of life, work hard, persevere, seek the truth in all things, and be kind. Yes, be kind to all the people and creatures of the earth and to the earth itself. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, President Alexander. Each year, a committee of faculty and staff members select a graduating student in a competition to determine who will deliver the student address. This year, the committee has proudly selected Camden Kaufman. Camden is a Springfield, Massachusetts native, graduating with a double major in political science and criminal justice. A highly engaged campus leader, he has served in several leadership capacities, including as a steering committee member for the peer advising program, an orientation group leader, a student representative on the presidential search committee, and president of the campus's student senate. His commitment to public service extends into the Springfield community through an internship with the City of Springfield's Law Department and service on the Hampden County District Attorney's Office College Advisory and Resource Team. Camden has received the Skookum Award and the Excellence in Political Science Award. Following graduation, he will continue his work with the City of Springfield's Law Department, and he will be attending Western New England Law School in the fall as he pursues a career in law and public service. Please welcome Camden Kaufman.
Thank you, Provost Slofsky. Good morning, Interim President Alexander, Incoming President Hartman, esteemed faculty, trustees, staff, family, friends, guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. First, I want to take a moment to thank the people who made today possible. So to our parents, family, friends, faculty, staff, and our entire Western New England Golden Bear community, your support, your sacrifices, and your encouragement carried us here to this moment. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for pushing us. And yes, thank you for sometimes dragging us right across the finish line. Now, before we turn the page to whatever comes next, I want us to look back for just one moment. It was late August of 2022 when most of us first stepped onto campus as students. COVID restrictions had finally lifted, and for a lot of us, coming here to Western New England University was the real breath of a normal life that we had in almost 2 years. At the same time, it was the first moment we were truly on our own and learning how to adult, or whatever that is, for the first time, whether we were ready for it or not. And even with all the excitement and freedom, none of us could have predicted what these 4 years would have become. We didn't know that those awkward first week questions of what's your major, where are you from, would turn into the friendships that shaped our entire college experience. We didn't know that some of our favorite memories would happen in the dining hall, sharing meals, laughing way too loudly, and being greeted every single day by Charles, whose smile somehow made even the worst mornings feel better. We didn't know that D'Amour Library would become both our quiet sanctuary and the site of our least productive study sessions, where one page of notes took us 3 hours to get through, but the memories we made together lasted so much longer. We didn't know we'd develop the ability to spot an open parking space from across the lot, only to realize it was one of those perfectly placed staff spots in the middle of the quad lot or the back of the commuter lot. And we definitely didn't know that that lesson would come with a ticket from public safety. We didn't know how strong our Golden Bear pride would become, losing our voices in the stands, cheering on ourselves, our classmates, who all made us feel like we were part of something so much bigger than ourselves. And we definitely didn't know that somewhere between the exams, the papers, the internships, the part-time jobs, the athletics, the club meetings, and the nights out, which, let's be honest, will continue for at least tonight, we were all quietly learning to carry more responsibility, more pressure, and more life than we ever imagined that we could. But now we do know all of that, and we know the leaders, innovators, and people we've become. We know that the version of ourselves in that sore student ID photo, taken way too early in the morning with that mug and that haircut that we are just trying to forget, would be so proud of who we are today. And that pride isn't just about who we are individually. It's about who we are together. We may have been small in numbers, but we were powerful in impact as a class. In athletics, we saw new programs launch, including the inaugural seasons of our women's wrestling team and our track and field teams. We watched so many of our teams push into playoffs, lift trophies, and bring home banners that will hang in the rafters long after we are gone. In our organizations, we rebuilt clubs, we reignited traditions, and launched new groups, expanding our arts performances and fundraised like never before. In our classrooms, we built jet engines, explored breakthroughs in medicine, and competed academically in ways that made us proud to represent WNE. And in our leadership, including someone from our class who got the honor to serve 2 terms as your student senate president, we proved what happens when a class shows up and lifts one another up every single step of the way. We did not wait for opportunities. We made them. And we left our mark on our campus. And now, class of 26, here we are. And if I'm being honest, the sentimental part of me isn't quite ready to let go of all the moments that made these last 4 years feel just like home. But ready or not, class of 26, we're standing in the moment we worked so hard to reach. We're stepping into a world that's unpredictable and fast-moving, but we've already shown who we are. We are the class that is adaptable when the world changes, and we are the class that shows up, especially when it gets hard. As David Ortiz once said, life will throw you fastballs you don't see coming. You just have to stay in the batter's box and trust that you'll get your pitch. So if you don't have everything figured out yet, if you don't have that dream job, if you stumble, if life throws something at you you never saw coming, remember what these last 4 years taught us. Stay in that batter's box. Keep your eyes up, and that next pitch, it might be the one that changes everything. Just as we changed our campus for the better, let's go out and change the world for the better. Congratulations, my friends and members of my Golden Bear family. Class of 2026, we did it!
Thank you, Camden. It is our privilege to honor the recipient of the 2026 Teaching Excellence Award, Associate Professor of Chemistry, Dr. Nuan de Silva. Dr. de Silva brings intellectual depth, warmth, and student-centered mentorship to his role in the Department of Physical and Biological Sciences at Western New England University. Since joining WNE in 2017 and earning tenure in 2022, he has demonstrated an exceptional commitment to student learning, earning the 2026 Teaching Excellence Award. Known for making complex scientific concepts accessible, Dr. de Silva helps students build confidence in challenging areas of chemistry. He provides clear instruction, thoughtful assignments, and especially an encouraging classroom environment. As one student shared, Dr. de Silva's method of teaching is exceptional. He has the magic to make you understand challenging materials with his lectures and even homework assignments. His teaching is informed by active scholarship in quantum mechanical modeling and lanthanide chemistry, and he helps students connect theory to real-world scientific inquiry. Students consistently describe him as both a guide and an inspiration. One called him a guiding light, while another described his classroom as a warm, stress-free environment, saying, "I've never learned so much and also had so much fun." Beyond the classroom, Dr. de Silva has a lasting impact on students' academic and professional paths. An alumna reflected, his mentorship made research feel exciting and accessible, and he trusted his students to rise to the occasion. Another alumnus added, he is truly a good man who exudes kindness and intellect. Dr. de Silva exemplifies the values of Western New England University through his academic rigor, compassion, and unwavering commitment to student success. His teaching, mentorship, and genuine care for students continue to shape future scientists and professionals. Congratulations, Dr. de Silva. At this time, I invite today's commencement speaker, Mr. Martin J. Walsh, to come forward. Martin J. Walsh, you are a lifelong champion of working people, an advocate, a public servant, and a leader who has never forgotten his roots. You embody integrity, humility, and a steadfast commitment to labor rights and opportunity. From your early days as a union laborer to your leadership as president of Laborers Local 223 and the Greater Boston Building Trades Council, you opened doors for thousands of workers and their families. Elected to the Massachusetts House of Representatives at just 29, you helped shape landmark legislation on civil rights, recovery, and economic development. As mayor of Boston, you expanded housing and education access, ended chronic veteran homelessness, and established the first municipal office of recovery services. As U.S. Secretary of Labor, you led during one of the nation's most difficult moments, advocating for workers during the pandemic, expanding job training, and fueling a historic wave of labor organizing. And now, as head of the NHL Players Association, you continue to champion dignity and equity for working people. As a proud Boston College graduate and son of immigrants, you have taken a path that reflects the promise of perseverance, compassion, and public service.
Martin J. Walsh, for your outstanding contribution to labor rights, civic leadership, and social justice, and for embodying Western New England University's values of integrity, perseverance, and resilience, the Board of Trustees proudly confers upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you very much. Madam Chair, thank you for having me today. President Alexander, President Hartman, thank you. To Dr. De Silva, congratulations. Dr. De Silva told a story last night about his teaching and his students, and it was absolutely inspiring and amazing, so well-deserved, and congratulations. And thank you for sharing that last night. To Camden, I was talking to Camden last night, too. I'm a former politician, so there's no question that someday I'm probably going to see Camden on the ballot somewhere running for something. We were talking, and you can see it in his face, and certainly a great message here today, Camden. Camden. I called him Cameron last night as well, because I had a young man that worked for me when I was running for mayor of Boston. His name was Cameron. They remind me so much alike. So he's successful. Camden's going to be successful, so congratulations, Camden. To all our military veterans in this room, how about a round of applause for our veterans in this room? And for our first responders in this room, thank you, our first responders. To the alumni and guests, as I was walking over here today, I was walking with all of the guests, and the pride I saw on your face was just absolutely amazing and remarkable. And I know you're excited to sit in here today to watch your graduates graduate. So congratulations to all of you as well. Most importantly, all of the graduates of Western New England University class of 2026, congratulations on your achievement and your accomplishment. And I just want to thank you for letting me be part of this special day from the bottom of my heart. It really is exciting. To the parents, congratulations to what you've gone through and what you've done, and to see the graduates here today. Just make sure in 6 months from now, you remember the people that stood with you, and make sure you reach out to them, your mothers and your fathers and your friends and your family members and your grandparents. Just let them know that you appreciate them. I was sitting up here, I wrote a little bit of a speech, which I'm going to go off script probably in a couple minutes, but I was thinking about when I graduated Boston College, and I'm thinking about you today. Today's a very exciting day. 13 years ago, I was running for mayor of Boston. 13 years ago, many of you were in 4th or 5th grade. 13 years later, I've had an amazing career, which I'll get into in a second, and 13 years later, you graduated from college. 13 years from today, you'll be sitting in your house maybe somewhere, and you'll have your diploma on the wall somewhere, and you will stare at that diploma. Because to this point in your life, it's one of the biggest accomplishments that you've ever achieved. You've achieved lots of accomplishments in different ways, but don't look at this one as just another accomplishment. This is a very special accomplishment. You should be very proud of yourself for the hard work that you have. And trust me, I know it's hard work for some of you to get through classes, because it was hard work for me to get through classes. So celebrate that and enjoy that. It was in the bio that was kind of talked about. I grew up in Dorchester. I'm a kid from Dorchester, Massachusetts. My parents are immigrants from Ireland. They came to this country in the 50s with nothing. And I didn't know at the time when I was growing up, we didn't really have a lot either. At the age of 7, I was diagnosed with Burkitt's lymphoma. It's a form of childhood cancer. I was treated at the Children's Hospital in Boston and Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. I didn't understand at that moment the magnitude, the seriousness of my illness, because at the time, the survival rate was very low. I missed most of second and third grade. As I got better and I got cured and I started to do kid stuff again, I realized at school I was awful. I went to high school, I barely got through high school. When I graduated high school, I wanted to get into politics. So I went to college, I enrolled in college. The problem was I didn't get into any college I wanted to go to. So I went to Quincy Junior College for a year. And that 1 year I was in Quincy Junior College, I actually did pretty well. And I transferred into Suffolk University. And I went to Suffolk University for 1 semester. And my father was in the laborers union, my uncle ran the laborers union, and I worked the laborers union in the summer times. I know you made good money in the union. So I decided, bright idea, of dropping out of college because I thought it was the right thing to do at that particular moment, and go work as a union laborer and make money, which I did. And I always had the goal of going back to college, but people told me I wouldn't go back to college. And I was working construction. I had a chance to work for the Laborers' Health and Welfare Fund, and I was enjoying my life. It was my early 20s, my mid-20s. I was partying and having a great time. I had a goal to run for office. I was involved in my community in the daytime, and at nighttime I was out with my friends at the barroom. And along the way, that fun at the barroom turned into problems. It turned into blackouts. It turned into accidents. It turned into me doing things and saying things to people I never would have done before. And it brought me to my knees April 23rd, 1995, where I went to the Bruins game, and I was asked to leave the Bruins game because I was drunk. I went across the street to the Hop at the bar across from the Boston Garden. Some of you guys know where that is. And I was asked to leave there because I fell asleep at the table. And I was home that night. I got home about 9 o'clock at night. I woke up in my bed, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know who to call, although I had a lot of people to call, because I had done it again. I had embarrassed myself. I had embarrassed my family. I had done things I regret, and I thought it was terrible. I went to work the next day, and my boss said to me, he shut the door, and he came around the desk, and I thought I was going to get fired, and he said, "You need help. You're an alcoholic." And I agreed because at the time I was worried about losing my job. He gave me a phone number to call, the EAP program. He said, "Call this number." I called that number, and the guy on the other end of the phone gave me a test. I was a bad test taker, as I told you about school. I passed the test. And he said to me, "I'm recommending you inpatient in Gosnell." And I said, "Inpatient, like staying over at a detox?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "I can't do that." He said, "Why?" I said, "I coach Little League." But I did listen to his advice. I went down to Gosnell. I drove down. I thought my life was over. I said, "What am I going to do now?" My friends were at the barroom. All my life was here, and I was going into detox for alcoholism. When I got out of detox, the first night I was in there, a group came in and spoke. And the guy spoke about it, shared his experience, strength, and hope about being in Alcoholics Anonymous, and talked about his addiction and his recovery. And I felt hope there. I got out of detox. I joined AA. I went to a lot of meetings. A year and a half later, I was running for state representative in Boston in my district in Dorchester. I enrolled back in Boston College at night school. When I had a chance in 1997, as a 29-year-old guy, I was full of opinions. I grew up in the House of Representatives with my friends and colleagues. Bobby Spillane, who's one of the reasons I'm up here today, who works at the university, asked me to come here, was one of my colleagues in the House of Representatives. And I had a chance to understand what a Republican, Democrat is, progressive, liberal, all the things that we hear about today. And I was able to be a state rep, and I was able to work on issues like marriage equality. I was able to work on universal health insurance. I was able to work on issues that were really important, that were civil rights issues for people that I never otherwise would have, because I was able to get sober. I continued at Boston College at night while I was getting my degree and working daytime. I graduated Boston College in 2010. It took me a long time to graduate Boston College, but I have that degree. In 2013, I had the opportunity to run for mayor of the city of Boston. There was 10 of us in the race. I was fortunate enough to win that race for mayor. I was able to work on creating jobs in Boston. I was able to work on homeless programs in Boston. I was able to rebuild parks and libraries in Boston. I was able to work with other mayors across the country, other mayors across the Commonwealth, and talk about the importance of helping people. In 2021, I got a phone call. I was in City Hall. I was in my office. I got a phone call. The guy on the other end of the phone goes, "Marty, it's Joe." I go, "Hello, Mr. President." He said, "I'd love you to come work for me in Washington, be in my cabinet down in Washington, D.C." I said, you can't say no to the president? I said, of course, Mr. President. It was bittersweet because I loved being the mayor and I didn't want to leave the city of Boston, but I also understood that the President of the United States was asking me to be in his cabinet, which I think is still wild today that I was in the President's cabinet. And I had a chance to go around the country. Go to almost all the states, and see people in different places and understand like how what this country is, the differences in our country. We live in a bubble in Massachusetts. Get out of the state and go see other parts of the country because it's important. I was down in the Delta region of the Mississippi. I was out in Alaska. I was in Alabama. I was in Memphis. I was all over the country, and I had chances to talk to people, both Democrats and Republicans, that had completely different views than mine, but able to listen to what they had to say and the love they have for our country, but the importance they have, it's about family for them. In 2023, I got a phone call, again, another phone call from a friend of mine asking if I'd be interested in going for the executive director of the National Hockey League Players Association. Any hockey fans out there? I grew up a hockey fan. I was like, okay. I said, if you want me, I'll do it. And I went there and I got interviewed and I got hired, elected by the executive board, and I've run the NHLPA. I don't tell you these to brag. I tell you this because my life, people gave me opportunities in my life when I went to detox and before that, and people helped me along the way, and I've had chances to do amazing things along the way. I stand before you as a person who didn't have a line. My life wasn't a straight line. My life was a crooked line. All of our lives are crooked lines. Nothing is straightforward. Nothing is just going to happen. You're going to have ups and downs, good days and bad days, good moments and bad moments. But at the end of the day, it's what you can do in the course of a day to make your life and your family's life better that's really important. Anything is possible. I know you've heard this speech probably from high school into college, and somebody stands up here and says anything's possible. When I say anything's possible, trust me, anything is possible. I grew up in Dorchester, Massachusetts. There's nothing wrong with Dorchester, Massachusetts. It's a great place. It's just like Springfield. I've had the opportunities to sit in the Oval Office with the president and interact in a conversation and then sit back and say, what in the hell am I doing in here? That's happened. You have a degree today from an amazing university that opens opportunities for you, opens doors for you. Make sure you take advantage of that. I wasn't expected to do a lot of things that I thought I did. I mean, not thought I did, things I did. I struggled in life, got my life back on track. But I truly believe that any of us, when you have an opportunity or a goal or a dream, you pursue that dream. Whatever you want to be, whatever it is you want to be, my advice is go for it. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're not going to get it. But at least you'll have no regrets that you didn't try. And when one door closes, another door opens. You'll be in the places that you need to be, and it's important for you to understand that as graduates here. You know, I think about some people in this room. Somebody could be President of the United States of America someday. There is no question in my mind somebody from this college will become President of the United States of America someday. Somebody in this room could be a nurse who helps get people well, or an engineer who makes new schools safe for young people, or a business owner creating jobs for people, or a police officer protecting our community, or you know what? Or just a good parent raising your kids in your community. We all have those values inside of us to be good people, to add parts to our society, to make it important, make it stronger. You know, I haven't done this in a while. On the way in here, I was talking about public speaking, and I used to give a speech every single day, and I'm like, when I was thinking about giving the talk today, what do I talk about? I'm like, well, I don't really want to get into politics, but that's what I know, and I don't want to get into this, I don't want to get into that. But I started to think about our country, where we are right now, in this country, in the state, in the city. We are truly in a very interesting, difficult time right now. The cost of living in our country is way too high. People are struggling to make ends meet. There are families in this room struggling right now. There's lots of uncertainty about where we're headed. Other countries are competing hard against us. The worst is we can't seem to work together to fix our problems. People with different views aren't even talking to each other. That wasn't the case when I started in politics in 1997. I might disagree with my Republican colleagues, but it didn't mean that you weren't talking to each other about issues that were important to moving forward. Instead of disagreeing with people, people are being attacked and demonized because of their political views. Hate is going viral on social media. And it isn't any one party, it's everywhere. This, I think, is the biggest problem that we're facing as a country today. Because if we can't talk to each other, we certainly can't work with each other. We can't find common ground if we're not having those conversations. We can't solve problems. We can't move forward. And what I'm saying today, it doesn't have to be that way. When I went down to Washington, I reached out to the other side because I worked as Labor Secretary for the United States of America, which meant I worked for the United States of America, not for the Democratic Party. I worked for all of us. I worked with members of Congress from both parties all over the country. Sometimes we didn't even agree on anything politically, but we could be respectful to one another. We could be friendly. We worked on what was important, creating good jobs, helping local communities, and growing the middle class. We found common ground in issues that were important to them. So I know it can be done, and this has to be done. We think about what generation, every generation is a different generation. Every generation has different responsibilities, and you hear different things about, you're the future leaders of the country, and you're the ones that we're going to depend upon. I do believe that this generation, you, are the generation that will and need to fix the divisions that we have in our country. It's a lot of responsibility, but I know you can do it. It starts with you. You have people in your families who love you and hold their own different views. You have gone to school for the last 4 years, and some maybe longer than that, with people who have different views than yours. You will work with people who believe all kinds of different things and vote different ways. You don't have to agree with everyone, but you don't have to demonize them either. We have to learn how to communicate and talk to one another. Meet people where they are, not where you think they should be. Talk to them. Understand them. Try to see where someone's coming from. People, when I grew up in a house. My father was a union laborer. I was born a Democrat. I was born with a union book in my pocket. And when I was in high school, if you were the other side, you were terrible. Because that's what I understood. As I got older and had experiences, I realized that we have to work and completely work with each other and figure things out. American democracy started 250 years ago. It was based on the idea that people with differences can come together as one nation. The history majors in this room know that. That's how we started. That's how we overcame injustice, brought more voices to the table, fixed the problems. It's always been the fundamental strength of our country. You have it within you to rebuild that by the choices you make, the examples you set. I look out today and I see all the accomplishments that each of you have had. I have no doubt you can do it. This isn't a speech, this isn't preaching to you. This is just about taking a deep breath and thinking about where people are coming from and how do we this university is so wonderful because of the diversity within the university with the students and the faculty and the teachers and the thoughts and where people came from. That's why you're here today. You're getting your degree because of all the experiences you've had. Take that experience, take that knowledge, take that passion, take all of that out into the community, into the next thing you do. It starts with one person. The last thing I'll say is a lot of people will say to me, I'm only one person. It just takes one person to start momentum in any direction that you want. Be true to yourself. When you go home today, just remember, you're going to be sitting in your room someday, or in your office someday, or wherever you are. You're going to look on the wall. You're going to see Western New England University, your diploma. You worked incredibly hard to get to this moment. enjoy it. Enjoy every second of it here. So congratulations once again. Thank you for having me today. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Marty. I now invite President Alexander and Chair Gervino to the podiums to begin the presentation of degrees.
And now, Madam Chair, the Provost is pleased to present to the Board of Trustees the candidates for their degrees.
And we are pleased to accept these candidates.
Will all candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise as you are able? And that is all of you. President Alexander, I have the honor to present the candidates who've completed all requirements for their respective baccalaureate degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the baccalaureate degree with all the rights, privileges, and rights pertaining to this degree.
Students, we are now ready to present you with your diplomas. Yeah. Here are the instructions. Students will approach the platform from the outside aisle. Please remain seated until the row preceding yours is fully exited. After you receive your diploma, please pause for a photograph before returning to your seat using the center aisle. To ensure every candidate's name is heard clearly, kindly refrain from applauding until every individual in the group has been awarded their diploma. I remind all students that you should remain present for the entire ceremony and not leave after you receive your diploma. In addition, all guests in the audience should remain until the conclusion of the ceremony. But truly, each and every graduate deserves the courtesy of having the presence and congratulation of our entire audience. I thank you in advance for your cooperation. Assisting in the presentation of degrees this morning are the following. In the College of Business, Interim Dean Paul Costanza, Professors Yong Wang and James Master Alexis, and Professional Educator Yamini Jha. In the College of Engineering, Dean Hussein Shiragi, and Professors Michael Rust, Robert Gettins, and Catherine Schleff. In the College of Arts and Sciences, Dean Marcus Davis, Dean Jonathan Beagle, Professor Doug Badema, and Professional Educator Brenda Garten-Schoberg. In the College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, Dean John Pizzuto, and Professors Amy Burton, Dan Kennedy, and Sherilee Tershner. Will the candidates receiving the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration please come forward? Everyone else may be seated.
Come back. Okay. Jonathan Joseph Verbicki. I have the wrong list.
Zachary Robert Killoran.
Harry Vincent Antonucci.
Brady John Ronalter.
Joseph Thomas Finnegan, cum laude, diploma handed to him by Gina Finnegan.
Colin James Layden. Cum laude.
Chase Stanton, cum laude.
Vasco Andre Sardina, cum laude.
Julissa Benito Terrero.
Ryan Joseph Lapointe, cum laude.
Kaylee Helen Godek, magna cum laude.
Jeffrey Dupere, magna cum laude.
Emily A. Oakes, cum laude.
Patrick Joseph Herity, cum laude.
Molly Elizabeth Burns.
Mason Thomas Manzi.
William John McGuire.
Natalie Rodriguez, cum laude.
Cameron S. Heeman.
Laura Jeanette Hastings, summa cum laude.
Ryan M. Montini, summa cum laude.
Madison A. Prentice.
Jack Jeffrey Levesque.
Veronica Elizabeth Charla.
Connor Lennon Swanson, magna cum laude.
Jenna Branco, cum laude.
Josh Liam Gustel, summa cum laude.
Elizabeth Marie Burnham, summa cum laude.
Vincent John Martin, summa cum laude.
Evan Thomas Seifert, cum laude.
Andrew Christopher Maka, magna cum laude.
Matthew Stephen Hood, cum laude.
Matthew Vincent Sproul, cum laude.
Nathaniel Robert Casper, cum laude.
Shay Terrence O'Neill.
Cody John Palazesi, cum laude.
Stephen Douglas Pollard, magna cum laude.
Luca Vlajovic.
Cameron William Wood.
Hannah Catherine Blake, cum laude.
Gabriella Lynn Sansone, cum laude.
Sean Lawrence O'Connell, cum laude.
Connor James Callahan, cum laude.
Eric Joseph Quint, magna cum laude.
Jack Ryan Gara.
Giovanni A. Ferrantino, cum laude.
Paige E. Winter, summa cum laude.
Luke A. Dauphiny, magna cum laude.
Ella Sage Lupo, cum laude.
John Gary McMahon III.
Elsa Ann Cable, summa cum laude.
Benjamin Alexander Pino, magna cum laude.
Mary Elizabeth Cable, summa cum laude.
Ryan Christopher McCarthy, magna cum laude.
Ariel Ama Johnson.
Ryan Peter Charlin, magna cum laude.
Nicole Rodriguez.
Ikchuku Chukudi George Ogobandanzi.
Zacchaeus Lamb, cum laude.
Sarah Mary Frances Moriarty, summa cum laude.
Alexandra Jetchik.
Catherine Ann Lynch, summa cum laude.
Paige Suzanne Remington, cum laude.
Connor John Aslin, summa cum laude.
Madeline Grace Jarvinen, diploma handed to by Michael Jarvin, summa cum laude.
Nicholas Theodore Gregoire.
Jessica Ann Morgando, summa cum laude.
Dylan M. Stone.
Nikki Louise Laxton.
Nathaniel Michael Mathis.
Nicholas M. Honorkamp.
Danny John Veenstra.
Sarah Nicole Jalette, magna cum laude.
Cooper John Dimick.
Quinn Quattrell, magna cum laude. James Joseph Metzler, cum laude.
Christopher Michael Katusko, cum laude.
Daniel Gregory Franz Demchuk, summa cum laude.
Bryce J. Busa.
Jacob David Simmons, cum laude.
Nathan Antonio Leone.
Ashley Taylor Bunnell, cum laude.
Sydney Lane Bonsant, cum laude.
Kaylee Autumn Bottesini, cum laude.
McKenna Trisha Cook, magna cum laude.
Jacob Dwayne Jones.
Lindsay Ann Eckroat, summa cum laude.
Marco E. DiBiasio, cum laude.
Sydney Rosanette Miles, magna cum laude.
Aiden Michael Duville, summa cum laude.
Zoe N. Galanudis, magna cum laude.
James Thomas Ziccoella.
Mia Catherine Pompey, summa cum laude.
Hey, Clayton W. O'Connor, cum laude.
Kavya Parikh, summa cum laude.
David Barlow Lisk.
Everest A. Schneider, magna cum laude.
Michael Connor Bloom, cum laude.
Matthew John Zdanovich, cum laude.
Emmeline Leslie Perney, summa cum laude.
Colby William Liswell, cum laude.
Kaz Gary Martin Amoroso.
Timothy Lawrence Del Negro, magna cum laude.
Trevor Gary Ferguson.
Kristen A. Wychick.
Jeffrey Christopher Venturas, magna cum laude.
Christopher Vincent Johnson, cum laude.
Brandon Kelly, cum laude.
Alexander James Murphy.
Blake Austin Whalen.
Brian Perez Diaz, magna cum laude.
Jonathan A. Pierre.
Alexis Torres, summa cum laude.
Haley Marie Mazzattini.
Daniel Joseph Jaswaldi, magna cum laude.
Leah Catherine DiFrancesca, summa cum laude.
Connor R. De Vega, cum laude. Thomas Paul Wally, cum laude. Timothy W. Amston, magna cum laude.
And now we recognize the candidates receiving the Bachelor of Science in Engineering. Nathan J. Larrabee, magna cum laude.
Aaron A. Kumu, magna cum laude.
Emery Teofilio Aponte.
Kyle Cavalu Sullivan.
Benjamin Mark Seinel.
Cameron David Burnham, magna cum laude.
William David Cornoyer.
James Patrick O'Connell.
Brogan Scott Brodsky, cum laude.
Nathan Robert Pergorado.
Evan Michael Thomas, cum laude.
Dylan Joseph Durkel.
Caleb Joseph Roden.
Brennan David Margolis, summa cum laude.
Jacob Michael Lyons.
Joseph Daniel Schuyler, Jr.
Ethan M. Griswold, summa cum laude.
Robert James DeFeo.
Braham M. Yanza Garcia, summa cum laude.
Max Kingsbury Leifer, summa cum laude.
Tommy V. Nguyen.
Noah B. Love Walsh, magna cum laude.
Ryan Thomas Leonard, magna cum laude.
Dylan Michael Laramie, summa cum laude.
Joshua David Farrell, summa cum laude.
Fajardo, summa cum laude.
Ariana Kelly Barbosa.
Matthew James Soloyo, cum laude.
Vincent Rocco Larico, summa cum laude.
Willis Jalen Rice.
Zachary Robert Roy, cum laude.
Natalie Ellen Lassard, summa cum laude.
Max Adam Kuznierz III, magna cum laude.
Samuel James Wisnauskas, magna cum laude, diploma handed by Sarah Wisnauskas.
Caden J. Charette, cum laude.
Jacob A. Bardinelli.
Derek C. Wood, magna cum laude.
John Jerry Chad, summa cum laude.
Tyler James Curtis.
Jaden Michael Montagna, summa cum laude.
Andrew James Florick.
Jonathan Xavier, cum laude.
Casey Abigail Cook.
Alex Stephen Grenier.
Hunter Michael Leach.
Todd Christian Grammatico.
Evan Michael Kennedy.
Aiden Samuel Howell.
Ryan Gregory Devon.
Owen M. Atkins, cum laude.
Jackson Presley Smith.
Lance L. Tomlinson, cum laude.
Lucian Stanley Dupont LeBlanc, magna cum laude.
Evan Michael Danick.
Jeremy E. Burke, magna cum laude.
Maxwell Albert Miles, cum laude.
Matthew Christopher Barros, summa cum laude.
Anthony Joseph Jacino, magna cum laude.
Paul Thomas Henderson, summa cum laude.
Maxwell Edward Rutgers.
Nolan Patrick Scott, summa cum laude.
Jacob Henry Roy.
Owen M. Schmidt, summa cum laude.
Jack L. Taylor.
Andrew Charles Delorme.
Jacob C. Waskiel.
Daniel Goncharenko.
Sean Colangelo.
Joseph Vincent Delicio.
Carter Michael Coughlin, summa cum laude.
Redding Martinson Paquette, summa cum laude.
Michael Stephen Price, summa cum laude.
Emily Madison Wells, cum laude.
Maxwell Orrin Brown, summa cum laude.
Christopher J. Wilson, summa cum laude.
Dylan Joseph Laro.
Edward John Rakowski III, summa cum laude.
Vanessa A. Gonzalez.
Ethan John Michaud, summa cum laude.
Grace Celia Brockbank, magna cum laude.
Arthur J. Valentine.
Preston David Maruk, cum laude.
Dylan Mitchell.
Thomas J. Dalton.
Landon Everett Davis.
Exodus Messiah Rosado, magna cum laude.
Jack Francis Dalton, magna cum laude.
Benjamin James West, cum laude.
Jack Allen Rizek, summa cum laude.
Logan Bon Assesti.
Michael Thomas McCarthy.
Elizabeth Baker, cum laude.
John Andrew Cofrancesco, magna cum laude.
Haley Joe Casca.
Jack Robert Graney, summa cum laude.
Benjamin Ryan Holly, magna cum laude.
Christopher M. Calvanese.
Anthony Peter Zarniecki, summa cum laude.
Brendan D. Austin, magna cum laude.
Zachary Joseph Handler, cum laude.
Autumn May Bissonette.
Michael Lawrence Duffus.
Natalie S. Goyer.
Seamus Edward Smith.
Barbara Rosales Salgado.
Isaac Chantavangsa. Nyanzima Charmantine. Rhea Michelle Coyer. Ginali D. Ocasio.
And now we recognize the candidates receiving the Bachelor of Science in Construction Management. Ahmed Ibrahim.
Jadiel Alberto Lopez.
Jackson Richard Green, summa cum laude.
Sean David Ebanks II.
Gustavo Jose Letona.
Dan Robert Gabriel, cum laude.
Max Andrew Farley.
Ethan Joseph Aguelo.
John Patrick Bailey.
Thomas Michael Labby.
Kevin M. Marina.
And now we recognize the candidates receiving the Bachelor of Arts within the College of Arts and Sciences.
Skylar Elizabeth Welch, summa cum laude.
April C. Shu.
Christiana T. Vuong, cum laude.
Jordan Lynn Gale Tomzik.
Jovi Sophia Guevara, magna cum laude.
Emily Christiana Chartier.
Cassidy Jewel Brannon, summa cum laude.
Jake Richard LaValle.
Paige Elizabeth Szymanski.
Michael Emmanuel Pedro.
Aiden T. Parkhurst, summa cum laude.
Gavin Wade Mills.
Jack Robert Leland, summa cum laude.
Jennifer Armida.
Benjamin Oscar Shirley, cum laude.
Kylie Dawn Quiros, magna cum laude.
Cameron Carl Lucien Touchette, magna cum laude.
Palmer Oliveira.
Alexa Marie Walker, summa cum laude.
Jacob Scott Harder.
Gianna Florette Mulvey, summa cum laude.
Sarah Nicole McCarthy, magna cum laude.
Lauren Marie Harris, magna cum laude.
Reem Samir Alashim.
Taylor Marie Barube, magna cum laude.
Ada Maria Dominguez Carpio, with honors.
Camden Michael Kaufman, summa cum laude.
Caitlin Mary Vidovelli, with honors.
Ella Grace Henry, magna cum laude. Diploma handed by Ellen Henry.
Anashe Marie Pacheco, magna cum laude.
Grace Kelly Miguel, cum laude.
Brianna Gail Bidol, magna cum laude.
Victoria Elizabeth Orender.
Mahi Omid Shan, summa cum laude.
Perry Newell Blessetti, magna cum laude.
Jayla Louise Johnson, summa cum laude.
Claire Ellen Farley, magna cum laude.
Dakota Marie Cassidy Daniele, magna cum laude.
Jacqueline Angelina Casalone, cum laude.
Emily Jane Sullivan, summa cum laude.
Alana Otero, cum laude.
James Jeffrey Oliver Robb, cum laude.
Seth Adam McLaughlin.
Alexa Zarelli.
Jenna Marie DeRosa, summa cum laude.
Caitlin May Bradshaw, summa cum laude.
Christopher Marcos Jones Wills.
Patrick Thomas Callahan.
Nylan Xavier Baldwin, magna cum laude. Diploma handed by Bridget Baldwin.
Madeline E. Pope.
Michael A. Aralata, with honors.
Zachary Robert Drury, summa cum laude.
Aya M. Abaru, cum laude.
Camille Antone Marco, with honors.
Amelia Quintet Korobkova, summa cum laude.
Emily Ornberg, summa cum laude.
Patrick John Gareth O'Brien.
Lauren Marlene Plakias, cum laude.
Marie Lynn Dowler, summa cum laude.
Emma Catherine Arndt.
Sarah Grace Piccoli.
Lazea Navarro Corrette.
Nicole Noonan.
Reina Perdidia Ferns, cum laude.
Savannah Ann Sanders, magna cum laude.
Marina Sanchez Nunez, cum laude.
Alexis Michelle Galvez, magna cum laude.
Gangi Yan Morenzi, magna cum laude.
Jessica Rose Semeni, diploma handed by Nicole Semeni.
Ava Lennon Gatsi.
Josue Alexander Ramos.
William Joseph McKiernan, summa cum laude.
The next degree that will be awarded? Oh, all right. Jessica Deborah Cloutier, summa cum laude.
Rebecca Sherman, summa cum laude. And now we recognize the candidates receiving the Bachelor of Science within the College of Arts and Sciences.
Lucas Garcia, summa cum laude.
Jaden Stilfen.
Ryan Michael Santos.
Robert Bayet, cum laude.
Logan Kenneth Watts, magna cum laude.
Soniela Sanchez.
Jamian Luis Rodriguez, cum laude.
Cassandra Lee Florence.
Nathan Chesworth, cum laude.
Fayad Shah.
Emma Lynn Lalashus.
Shannon Elizabeth Daly.
Hannah Elizabeth Briggs.
Colin LeBlanc.
Victoria Rose Falvey, magna cum laude.
Erin Danielle Reen, cum laude.
Leah Grace Warden, magna cum laude.
Shay Madison Danielle, magna cum laude.
Brian Paul Sobansky, summa cum laude.
Riley Elizabeth Kane, cum laude.
Kaya Justine Yushak.
Evelyn Rose Picone, summa cum laude.
Katie Ann Krolak.
Gabe David Baber, magna cum laude.
Caroline Marie Bukwinski, magna cum laude.
Lucas Arthur Camoen, cum laude.
Humberto Benito Cabanis, summa cum laude.
Marjorie Abigail Ramon.
Samantha Lee Montecalvo.
Molly Campbell, cum laude.
Rachel Marie Kritz, magna cum laude.
Amanda Antonio Walker, summa cum laude.
Kaylee Alexis Downs, cum laude.
Natalie Simone Bruno, summa cum laude.
Sydney M. Shepard, summa cum laude.
Emily Meyer, summa cum laude.
Cheyenne Wimpenny, summa cum laude.
Kayla Marie Wickham, magna cum laude.
Evan James Murray, Campus Police.
Morgan Roddy Potter, magna cum laude.
Antonio Michael LaRocque.
Gabriel Ethan Cookie, summa cum laude.
Nathaniel David Rosario.
Mason David Allman, summa cum laude.
Robert Michael Ravosa, magna cum laude.
Nathan Labonte.
Eric W. Puffer, cum laude.
Michael Stefan Bozetka, cum laude.
James R. Leclerc, summa cum laude.
Jason Michael DeSantis, magna cum laude.
Tobias Vincent Trench, summa cum laude.
Nicholas Joseph Duquette, summa cum laude.
Jacob Maddox Keller.
Jeremy Lee, magna cum laude.
Xavier Aguilar.
Evan Collins Stewart, magna cum laude.
Brianna Mackenzie Coelho, magna cum laude.
Sydney Elana Corton.
Gabrielle Marie Turcott, cum laude.
Madison Lee Moulton.
Allison Reed LaForest.
Jillian Marie McDonald, cum laude.
Hannah E. DeLude, cum laude.
Francesca Joan Fusco.
Catherine Elizabeth Wooten, cum laude.
Victoria Ann Gatos.
Henrik William Pierre Louis.
Austin John Monteiro.
Matthew Eric Walls Jr., summa cum laude.
James Patrick Complanian, cum laude.
Alexandria Renee Jones, summa cum laude.
Paulina Shugla.
Tyler Dylan Barrett.
Linda Shu.
Ahaji Antonio Salvo Green, cum laude.
Brady Michael Collins.
Nizea Blessed Henderson.
Alfred Manuel Reyes Martinez.
Benjamin David Lord.
Emily Carabinas, cum laude.
Ivan Antonio Flores Vasquez.
Giulianis Cruz Hernandez, magna cum laude.
Jaden Frederick Darnell, magna cum laude.
Leilina Roa Wheeler, magna cum laude.
Julie Ksenia Kessler, summa cum laude.
Kyan Rose Finesse Benton, cum laude.
Maya Fernando del Carmen de Monteverde Cape, summa cum laude.
Kayla Marie Ireland, magna cum laude.
Kendall Riley Brancho.
Tara Elizabeth Richards, summa cum laude.
Olivia Marion Amaral.
Trinidad Zipporah Bonaparte.
Alyssa J. Keeler, magna cum laude.
Fiona Mary Catherine Dean.
Natavia Brena Katashna Edwards.
Kareem Grace Mirando.
Isaac R. Pedro.
Carolyn May Edwards, summa cum laude.
Ilani Anna Bowman.
Justice Thomas Barbeau, magna cum laude.
Devin Joseph Richard, magna cum laude.
Francis Patrick Kelly.
Kai Kenji McDonald, cum laude.
Benjamin Owen Vinter.
Elizabeth Ann Albarella, cum laude.
Ryan Adam Anderson.
Stephanie Noel McKenna, magna cum laude.
Janelle Marie Alejandra, summa cum laude.
Dylan James Nardone.
Livia Stringavella, summa cum laude.
Javon Vernon Tyrell Gilman.
Allison Amy Goodrow, cum laude.
Zechariah Caleb McClendon.
Rachel Ann Brendan, cum laude.
Annalise Guerra, with honors. Emily Mary Williams, with honors. Niley Beninja Torulos.
Can I start? And now we recognize the candidates receiving the Bachelor of Science within the College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences.
Rama Al-Jabori.
Alexander Armitage.
Gwendolyn Carol Scorpa, magna cum laude.
Shay Michelle Harrison.
Thomas Ryder Roche, cum laude.
Olivia Kathleen Breeson, summa cum laude.
Haley Elizabeth Bronson, summa cum laude.
Haley Anna James.
Nina Elizabeth Garofalo.
Catherine Ann Tibbetts.
Tina T. Wynn.
Kaylee Marie McGovern.
Natasha Pratish.
Trevor Andrew Schmidt. Sailor Ann Reed.
William Patrick Huron III.
Lena Catherine Eves, magna cum laude.
Leah May Wilson, with honors. Vivienne Rose Balboni. Emily Lindsay.
Please join me in a round of applause for all of our graduates today. It's my pleasure to now welcome President of the Alumni Association Board of Directors and a 2010 alumna, Heather Coulter Kemp, to the podium.
so much. Hello, family, friends, faculty, esteemed guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. It's an honor to join you today as president of the Alumni Association Board of Directors and a proud member of the class of 2010. Much is different in our world since then, but the pride and impact of being a Golden Bear will never change. At Western New England, you've done more than earn a degree. You carry a commitment and an obligation to continue your track record of curiosity, excellence, and integrity that you've carried with you through your time here, and share it with the wider community. As you start your next step, consider that success isn't necessarily defined by job titles or paychecks. Compassion, collaboration, and persistence will mean more than any one role or opportunity that comes your way. Don't underestimate the value of your connections. The friendships and mentorships you've built here will continue to shape and support you long after today. And please remember to give back to the students who come next. Western New England has given us all a strong foundation that you'll draw on for the rest of your days, and sharing your time and talent as an alum is more valuable than you know. It's time. Graduates, please rise. You may now move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2026. Welcome to the alumni family.
Now, please welcome the Bears Ensemble for the singing of the Western New England University alma mater. The words can be found on the screen and in your digital program. This now concludes our formal program. And I ask that Grand Marshal Professor Ann Kazanis lead the recessional. I ask that all family members and guests stand as you're able and wait while the graduates leave the floor. Please meet your graduate outside the arena. Graduates, please wait till the platform party completes the recessional. And congratulations and welcome to the alumni family.